Hey folks, Daniel here. This is video number 26 for the series that corresponds to the book, Road of Happy Destiny. And I want to talk to you about a few things today, but I want to start off first by speaking something that's almost funny. It's a little funny, but it's kind of serious too. Of course, anything that I say on these things, it generally has some sort of a serious connotation to it. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was an interesting point of scripture in Mark. I believe chapter 11, verse 14, or right abouts there. Jesus is hungry. And so he's walking with the disciples, and he sees in the distance a fig tree. And so he sees that there's leaves on it, and he knows that it's not the season for figs, but he's hungry anyway, so he goes to check it out. He finds that there's no figs on this fig tree. He is hungry, and he's not happy. So he said, "All right, fig tree, may you never bear fruit again then." And then the fig tree withered and died right then and there. And then immediately after, the very next part of that chapter, Jesus goes into the temple. And then, on top of being hangry, he notices people are changing money and placing bets and, turning that temple, the house of his father, into a casino. He freaks out for good reason, because they're disrespecting his father. But the reason why I bring this up, because I wonder, did Jesus get hangry? Really? I mean, he is just like us. He was a human. He was limited by his own humanity. He stubbed his toe. He endured every single temptation that there is to endure in this life, yet without sin. He was human in every way. And, I say that lightly, but there is a chance that it's pretty close, timeline-wise, from being hungry to seeing the fig tree to being upset about it, cursing the tree, going into the temple, flipping the tables in a row. And it all started out with him being hungry. So, when it comes to addiction and recovery, there's this acronym called HALT. H-A-L-T. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If you're any of those four things, hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, something's wrong. You're at risk for slipping into a thought pattern that could lead later to relapse. So it's very important to make sure you're checking yourself and your body, your circumstances, your emotions, your mood. You want to make sure that you're doing all right, because before you know it, you could be hangry, walking in somewhere, and then just something, you snap, right? I think Jesus would have been flipping those tables with or without being hangry, right? Obviously. So I didn't want to make light of that, but I did want to share that. To me, I think it's a little bit funny that he was angry in just the verse prior to flipping the tables. Anyways, I wanted to speak more in this video, and I know this is kind of a strange video already because it doesn't have much of a direction so far, but what I want to talk about is in the nature of recovery again, in that faith without works is dead. Recovery without works is dead. If you struggle with a habit, a hurt, or a hang-up of some kind, any kind at all, and you don't do anything about it, you're dead. Period. You're dead. Dead man, dead woman, walking. You're dead. Because there's four things to do in recovery in order to stay clean. One is to go to meetings. I'm on my way to a meeting right now. That doesn't make me special, but that's how I stay clean. So I'm on my way to a meeting, and I'm recording this video on my way to a meeting. Anyways, go to meetings. Get a sponsor that's been through some stuff, been through the process to guide you through it. And then number 3, work those steps or die. Dead man walking, right? Service is the fourth part. Get yourself into a service position. So get yourself to meetings, find yourself a sponsor, do the darn steps or die, and be of service. And the most important one of those, I think, for myself, is service. Because when I'm stuck in the miry clay, when I'm in the quicksand, I need somebody with me to help them. To help them help me. And for them to help me help them. You know what I mean? To turn around, reach behind, grab the guy, behind me or with me, next to me, and help us get a leg up and get over that obstacle together. Because I can't do it by myself. So if there's somebody in my vicinity, and God will bring somebody into your path, if you're trying to get yourself into a better place, God is going to put people in your life that are in similar circumstances for you to work with and them to work with you to get yourself to the next best place. That's how it works. That's how all recovery started in terms of the 12-step programs. The 12 steps, first of all and foremost, came out of Scripture. And the concept of helping somebody do the thing that you're trying to do for yourself helps you do the thing you're trying to do for yourself. Right? That's how it got started. The act of helping somebody stay clean helps the person helping stay clean. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of all of this. That's how Dr. Bob and Bill Wilson got clean. They started the 12-step recovery program phenomena, you know? One of them was seeing lots of people die, well, they both were, and one of them needed to help the other guy stay clean. By helping him stay clean, he stayed clean. He had a sense of accountability, a sense of responsibility, a sense of purpose, and he was going over everything that he needed to do himself, coming out his mouth into his own ears, and it was helping him stay clean. Not sure what that was. Okay, forgive that. Some sort of warning on not my radio. That was strange. My daughter's in the back seat, so it could have been her phone. I'll just go with that. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on a couple of things there. It's important to check yourself and make sure that you're in a good position, that you're healthy in all of the ways that there are to be healthy. Spiritually is the most critical because, as it says in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, we don't have a cure for this illness, this disease of addiction. It's progressive and it's deadly, and there is no cure. It can, however, be arrested at some point, and recovery is then possible. That's for one thing. And for two, as it says in the big book, and this is what I meant to say a minute ago, what I had just said before that, that's actually a reading from NA. But what it does say in the AA book, big book, Alcoholics Anonymous, is that what we really have, instead of a cure really, is a daily reprieve, contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. So if our spiritual condition is healthy and we're right with God, if we're emotionally healthy and we're not angry, hungry, lonely, or tired, and our circumstances, are at least on their way to being where they should be, a person has a pretty darn good chance of getting clean and staying clean. Without those things being in place, is all but impossible. Because without those things being in place, it's a stronghold. And God says that we need to tear down strongholds. Because those are footholds of the devil and the enemy, and he wants to drag us down and keep us there. Because much like the enemy, our addiction wants us alone and dead. And the enemy wants us to suffer all the way to the end. But you know what? That's not going to happen. It doesn't have to happen is what I mean. It's time to get right. For some of us out there. I'm saying this to myself as well. Because everything that I share, I have to listen to. And a lot of it's not coming from me. Most of it's not. Even in this moment, this isn't coming from me. This is coming from, I believe, the Spirit trying to speak through me. Now, what he wants me to specifically say next, I have no idea, which is kind of my hint that I'm rambling at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. It's my sincerest prayer in this moment that God bless you abundantly and continually and abundantly beyond what you already deserve. May he bring restoration and redemption into your life, and may you just enjoy the rest of this day. If you're an addict like me, get to a meeting. If you want to go to a meeting, go to a meeting. If you don't want to go to a meeting, go to a meeting. There's only 2 times you need to go to a meeting, when you don't want to and when you want to. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.